Now, today, I'll be trying to trade just exactly like a beginner trader within the next few hours now. That is, every single atom of our trades today will be based on extremely easy concepts that will be completely impossible to not understand. And with this concept, we'll be trading just exactly as a beginner trader would trade. We'll be doing all these on a $100 account live here now. So that you should see every single concept live here now that we'll be using to storm into our trades. And we'll be seeing how much we can make on a $100 account within the next few hours. Then just before we go on, if you're new to this particular YouTube channel, just remember to hit on subscribe button, hit the like button, and also remember to turn the notification bell so you don't miss any videos that will be dropping out from this place. So that not to waste so much time, let's dive in now. Boom. Okay guys, now this is exactly what we're having. So today we'll just be trading on our gold, and we'll just be looking at our gold smoothly just like that now. Now, just like I said, we'll be trading using a complete beginner approach. That's we're trading as a complete beginner for the next few hours. Now, the very first thing we need a series of indicators, and then the very first one we'll be applying will be our fractals, and then the second one we'll be applying will be our moving average, and that will be our exponential moving average of 74. After placing that, the third stuff we need to understand is following our trend. So we apply our fractals, we apply our exponential moving average of 74, and then we apply our trend. So let's apply everything now into this chart. Okay, so this is exactly what we're having currently, right? Now, let's actually try zooming this stuff out a little bit. Good. Now, this is exactly what we're having currently. You can literally see it, right? First of all, we're having $100 capital. Don't forget that. And that's what we'll just be using to trade on now. And secondly, the broker that we'll be using currently, I already dropped it in the description box. So if you're a beginner trader or you're a pro trader, intermediate trader or whatever, I would always recommend the broker that I dropped in the description box there. Now, let's dive in now. So what are we having now at this particular spot? Now, $100, and then the leverage we'll be using today will be 1 to 2,000. That's actually the leverage we'll be using here. Okay, now this is actually what we call fractals, and this is actually what we call a moving average, right? And then this is actually an exponential moving average of 74. Now, anytime I actually see that this particular stuff is below my moving average, what I want to do is sell. That's all I want to do. So on my $100 capital, when I see that this particular stuff is below this particular spot, I want to sell. But then I want to sell if it's on a downtrend, and if it's at the top now, when I see my fractal at the top, I want to buy. And then I only want to buy if it's on an uptrend. Now, in our case on gold, if we check out on a higher time frame, you check on your 1 hour time frame, 4 hours time frame, you notice is on an uptrend, right? So we already know that all we are doing on this chart, we are buying, right? We are just thinking as a complete beginner trader. We don't know anything. We just know our trend, that when it's going up, we want to buy, when it's going down, we want to sell. Now, gold is going up, so all we want to do is buy. And the second thing, we already have a fractal, we already have a moving average, and this is all we actually need now. Now, what are the rules to actually trade on this particular stuff? Very easy. I just wait now. This particular stuff is at the bottom, right? So what do I watch out for? I watch out for this particular arrow, which is actually blue. You can customize the color to be anything, but then the color here is actually blue. So when it's blue now, what I want to do, if I'm selling, in this case I'm not selling, so let me forget about sell so you are not confused. In this case I'm buying, so because it's on an uptrend. So anytime I see the red around this particular spot, right, and then the candlesticks are above, it doesn't matter where it forms, the arrow can form here, provided the candlestick is above, I want to buy. That's all I need. Now, this particular stuff now, it's formed at the top. Even if it's formed at the bottom, I don't care. I just want my candlesticks to be above. That's all I need. Now, the candlesticks above, it formed at about this spot. Now, it starts pushing up. The next thing I'm looking for is what? It's for the next arrow to form, which usually would now be the blue one, right? So I storm into this particular trade. Let's say the chart was here, and then the arrow gets formed. I storm into this particular trade. This arrow gets formed, and I'm out of the trade. Is that easy? Nothing complicated. After that, I wait again for what I claim for the red one to get formed again. It got formed at about this spot again, right? So what do? I storm into this particular trade, the blue one gets formed, I'm out of the trade. Now look at this particular spot. Now it got formed here, and then the candlesticks are already above my my moving average. Do I go into this trade? Yes, right? Because I don't care where this is formed, where the arrow is, even though the arrow is here. Provided the candlestick is above, even though the arrow is here, it's at this particular spot, it's forming here, right? and then the candlesticks are above this particular my moving average, I will still just buy, right? Now, having understand the rule, let's not talk about too much theory. Our chart is actually moving currently. Let's apply that now and see how much we can actually make on a $100 account using the easiest of beginner trading strategy. Okay, now what are we having now? You can literally see that this particular arrow here is actually got formed at this spot, right? And then it got formed, and then my candlesticks were still below my moving average. So well, I'm not going into any trade, right? The blue one got formed, the red got formed again at about this particular spot. So what do I check out for now? I check out that this particular stuff is still at the top. Look at the candlesticks. Can you see that the candlesticks are above? Now after that, that's all I need. I'm buying only. Remember, I already know it's on an uptrend. I'm not thinking about anything sale. I'm thinking about buys because it's on an uptrend. So, and then it's actually above my moving average. You can literally see it, right? And then it's a red arrow. So what can I do? Simply storm into this particular trade, right? Is that easy? Just that easy. Now, if you are talking about stop loss, my stop loss will be when this particular stop actually drops back towards particular range. If you don't want that, if you see a massive candlestick that pushes below your previous candlestick, like this one, if this drops below this my previous candlestick, I'm out. But usually it's just better you wait for it to come back to hit this particular arrow, because that's what we'll be using now, right? So guys, what are we waiting for? All our conditions have been met. It's above our moving average. It's on an uptrend. The red arrow has been formed. Let's stop into specular trade now, guys. We'll just be using a very small lot size, right? We're trying to trade as a complete beginner here. We're actually thinking about our lot sizes and all. So what we just do, let's just use 0.01, right? Let's use 0.01. Remember, I'm using a leverage of 1 to 2,000. That's what I'm using, and I'm also using the broker I'm using. I already dropped the link in the description box. You can actually find the link there, right? So just in case, right? And so I'm using 0.01 now to go into specular trade. Remember, we're trying to play it as safe as possible, right? As safe as possible. And I'm also using a zero spread. So if you notice, I'm paying for commission also. And I don't want to storm into a lot of trades because, well, I'm just a beginner. I'm just trying to make some cash from this specular market. I remember how we'll leave the trade, guys. Now this specular stuff is red. If it start pushing up and we notice anything blue gets formed, we're out of the trade. We're zooming out of the trade instantly, right? So guys, that's just how specular stuff actually goes. So we're actually having about how many trades now? 6 trades of 0.01. So okay, let's make it 7. I love the number 7, sorry. Okay, now we're having 7 trades of 0.01. okay, so we'll just wait now and actually see how specular stuff actually goes.
A few moments later.
Boom. All right. Okay, guys. So this is exactly what we're having currently. Now, this is actually looking very, very smooth. Now, okay. Now, if we check out this particular stuff just after a few minutes. Now, remember, guys, I forgot to tell you, we are actually trading on a 30 minutes time frame today, not 50 minutes time frame. We're trading on 30 minutes time frame. Now, if you look at this particular stuff, what you can see is this. We stormed into this particular trade at about the spot. Simple rule, waited for this particular stuff, right, to just form, right, which you can literally see. We just have a fractal formed at this particular region. It just appeared now, and now this is exactly what you're having now. So what do you think we can do now, guys? We can easily just zoom out of this particular trade now, guys, right? So we're actually having about 167 bucks currently. That's exactly what you're having currently. So all we just simply need to do now is to just wait. If this particular stuff gets formed again, a red arrow gets formed again around this particular region, we can easily just zoom into this particular trade again, right? Smoothly, just like that. So for the now, guys, we'll just wait and actually just see how specular stuff actually goes.
A few moments later.
All right, okay, guys, so this is exactly what we're having currently, and the chart has actually moved a little bit, right? So this is what we're having. This was just roughly after an hour or so, right? Just roughly after an hour, and then we actually had that fractal got formed again at about this region. Remember, guys, we're actually running this on a 30 minutes time frame, so you don't need to ask that in the comment section, right? It's actually 30 minutes time frame. Okay, so a red fractal trade just got formed. It's still above our moving average. So what can we do, guys? We can easily zoom into this particular trade, right? And then when we see the blue arrow, we zoom out of the trade again, right? Instead of using 0.01, let's use okay, let's use 0.02, right? We're actually trying to trade as a complete beginner here, so 0.02. So let's just add 1, 2, okay, to trade. Let's see our free margin. Okay, and we are not paying a lot for zero spread this time around. That's good. Okay, so that's like how many trades? 3 3 6. Okay, let's still make it 7 trades. Okay, let's make them 7, right? So there are also 7 trades now. We're having enough free margin, previously $150 of free margin. That's very, very okay. Remember, we are just trying to make 1 or 2 cash from the market as pure beginner traders. So let's actually just see how much we can actually make from the markets now.
A few moments later.
Okay guys, so this is exactly what we're having currently. We are literally just running over $32 now, right? That's actually very, very okay, right? $32, right? That's actually very smooth. But what we can actually see here is that fractal actually got formed. You can literally see a fractal got formed just at about this region, right? And yeah, so it didn't really move a lot, but we are following the rules, right? And we are still in profits, right? It's not like we're in losses or anything, right? So that's the smooth, guys. That's the smooth, right? So what we can do now is to actually just zoom out of this particular trade again. Okay guys, so that we are literally having just over $200, guys, just over $200. So like we've been able to double our capital. We've been able to double our capital, guys. We're actually moving, right? We're literally moving, right? So far so good. All has been smooth, right? So all we just need to do now again is to just fold our hands and just wait for a red arrow to actually get formed again. We're just trading as complete beginners today, guys.
A few moments later.
Okay guys, so we are literally having a red arrow again just got formed. You can literally see it at about this particular spot, right? So what we can do now is we can easily just zoom into this particular trade, right? You can literally see a red arrow form there. This time around, let's just try using 0.03, right? 0.03. Let's use 5 trades this time around. Let's just use 5 trades. So that'll be 1 2 3 4 5, right? So remember, we're trying to trade as complete beginner traders, so we're trying to be as careful as possible. So we're just going on 5 trades. We're having a free margin of about $180, which is actually very impressive. So guys, we'll just wait now until our blue arrow actually gets formed, because well, the candlesticks are still above our moving average. Don't forget our exponential moving average of 74, guys. That's what we're using. So it's still above, so we just wait now for the blue arrow to get formed and we'll be out of the trade again.
A few moments later.
Okay guys, so this is exactly what we're having currently, and a blue arrow actually just showed, but this time around we're still in red, right? And this is actually $6, $5 of red, right? So and it actually just showed, so we shouldn't waste any time. Let's actually just quickly rush out of this particular trade, guys. Okay guys, so we just took some red, right? We took a red of around $5, right? Okay, $6 at about that spot, right? And now we're back to like $95 of profits. That's we're actually having about $195 now. So it's actually cool, guys. It's actually cool, right? So what we just do again, we just wait for our we just wait for a red arrow to show again, and then we can easily just zoom into this particular trade again.
A few moments later.
All right, so that we are having a red arrow again, right? Just got formed at about the spot, right? And we are still running about $195, right? So that we can easily just stop into this particular trade. If you notice, we're back to like 193 because we actually paid some cash for zero spread. Like I already said, we are using a leverage of 1 to 2,000, and the broker we're actually using actually dropped the link already in the description box. So guys, we'll just wait now and actually see how this particular trade actually goes.
A few moments later.
Okay guys, now it's actually kind of like really late currently over here, right? I've been waiting for this particular stuff to get formed, but it just wasn't getting formed, guys. It just wasn't getting formed. But this is actually very smooth, guys. So yeah, so it actually just kept pushing. That's actually nice, but at the same time I was thinking maybe it just gets formed at about this range and then we just call it a day, right? But it kept pushing up, and that's actually good because we're actually running over $300 currently of profits here. And finally it actually just got formed at about the spot, guys. You can literally see that it actually just got formed right at about the spot. And so our equity currently is just roughly over $500, roughly 570 or so. So guys, let's actually just zoom out of this particular trade, guys. There's no need to waste time, guys. Let's actually just zoom off of this particular trade. All right, so that we're actually running about $565 currently, 565, just over $500. So basically we're able to we were able to 5 times our capital, right? So we were able to 5 times our capital. Now that was actually very, very smooth. Now if you notice, it's possible to also hit your stop loss, or it's possible to also go into losses. You notice we took a particular rate just at about this particular particular range or so was a thought trade, right? So we actually took a loss out of this spot because our red arrow actually showed, right? Our red arrow propped up, we zoomed into this particular trade, and then suddenly a blue arrow propped up and we were still in red, right? And so we took a loss of about $6 there, right? And then you saw how much we were able to use to recover, right? Right over $300, smoothly like that. And so gradually, that's just how this particular stuff actually goes, guys. So we were able to peak roughly over $500, right? Roughly over $500, and note, guys, we're actually just trading as complete beginners, right? So all we simply just use there, we're just our fractals, we use the exponential moving average of 74, and we actually just used our normal trend, which is actually an uptrend. Boom. Okay, guys, so that's just how Stochastic actually goes. So that for every single video that hits over 1,000 likes within 24 hours, that's before we hit 100,000 subscribers, I'll just be coming back to that video and I'll be running through the comment section and I'll be selecting 3 random traders that will just be funding $3,000 smoothly, just like that. Now, if you're new to this YouTube channel, just remember to hit the subscription button, hit the like button, and also remember to turn the notification bell so you don't miss any videos that will be dropping out from this space. So that's just how Stochastic actually goes, guys. It's a bye from me, guys. I'm Mr. P. Peace.